What up, YouTube? Happy Thanksgiving. I am going to make some food. Right now I'm having some cereal. So about 45 minutes ago, I was gonna do a live stream. And the live stream was gonna be, I was gonna, talk about Tesla. And I was also gonna talk about Thanksgiving. And I was gonna make pancakes. So I got the pancake mix. We're gonna talk about Tesla in a minute. I got the pancake mix, poured it into the bowl, and come to find out I didn't have any almond milk. So I had to go to the store and get almond milk. So now I have enough to make pancakes. But since I was at the store, I ended up getting some cereal because I wanted to eat right when I got back. So I'm having a bowl of cereal now, and then I'm gonna make the pancakes. That's pretty much what I got going on. But yo, you know something I've been thinking about a lot? It's not just me, I think a lot of people have been thinking about this. Is this Tesla truck. One thing I've noticed about this Tesla truck, no, I don't drive for Uber anymore. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I haven't drove for Uber in a minute. But this Tesla truck is pretty bad. It's pretty awesome, yo. This thing is pretty awesome, yo. Like, I was just watching some videos, and one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of big influencers getting it. Like, all the big influencers are getting it. I don't know, thinking about it, are you everybody's brain is somewhere else right now. Hey yo. Whoa. That's what happens when I have my phone in a makeshift device. Wow, I can't put my phone there. I can't put my finger there. For $100 you can order them. You know the crazy thing about the Tesla truck is the futuristic design is just gonna turn heads. Could you imagine seeing one of those walking down the street? I mean, for real, could you imagine seeing one of those? Like, you're walking down the street and you see a freaking Tesla truck pull up. It's gonna look like some aliens just landed, you know? Like, and I think that's excellent marketing. That's such brilliant marketing, yo. And then also, like, if you work in construction, to have a truck that don't dent like that. Sorry, I'm just mixing the almond milk and the mix together for the pancakes. If you have a truck like that and you got a construction business, that's like the best thing ever, because you got like a compressor, you got power. You can park your car, you can park the truck at a job site, and you don't have like your engine running, like polluting the yard, you know, because sometimes you go to people's houses and you have your truck running. Because I've been to some job sites, like down in Santa Barbara, I had a friend, and I used to help him with all sorts of random things at job sites. And like every now and then you would go to someone's house and they wouldn't want you to keep the truck on. And sometimes you would need the truck on for like certain things, like you getting power for something, and you would just have the truck on and you'd have an inverter coming through. And like sometimes if the wind's blowing, it could be blowing through someone's window in someone's house. So like, I can see that being a thing. So now you just got power, you know, like electricity. Like you don't even have to use one of those converter things like anymore. I think it's just gonna be freaking amazing. I think they're gonna sell a lot of them, like a boatload of them. But there's something that I've noticed that I do hear people I do hear people what was the dumb question? Why would you drive the Tesla truck in public? The key question most people can't. Yeah, but the thing is, there's a lot of the Tesla truck seems expensive, but it's the maintenance, yo. And also, wow. It's the maintenance, and it's also the difference between the price of gasoline versus electric. So yeah, it is the $40,000 truck, but it's gonna be like operating a $25,000 truck with all the savings. And you also gotta think it doesn't break down as much. Like it doesn't break down as much, yo. Like electric vehicles are, like I'm telling you, yo, when you drive an electric vehicle, it's gonna be you're not gonna want to drive a gas car again. I'm telling you. And an electric truck is gonna be even better because one thing about a truck, right? Okay, you sitting in traffic, and let's say I'm sitting in traffic and I'm driving like something like a Toyota Tercel, like a 4-cylinder car, and I'm sitting in an hour of traffic. A Toyota Tercel is like a 4-cylinder car, right? But if I got like a truck, like a work truck, that might be a V8, and it's just sitting in traffic, like not going anywhere, just burning gas, just burning gas, With electric cars, you don't have that problem because like it's just not using electricity unless like you have the AC on, and if you have the AC on, with a lot of electric cars, the way they have the way they have the air conditioning linked up, it like doesn't use like hardly any energy. Okay, for example, when I was driving the Chevy Bolt, on warm days I would always have the windows down. Okay, because on cold days I would always have the heater on, and when I have the heater on, let's say I would have the heater off, I would have 100 miles of range. I would have 200 miles of range. As soon as I cut the heater on, the range would instantly drop from 200 to 270. So when it got warm outside, guess what? I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm not going to run the AC because the AC is going to drop the range, right? No, that wasn't the case. I was, driving around, and one of the other guys that drives the Chevy Bolt was telling me, man, no, dude, you can run the AC. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. He was saying like, no, man, you can totally run the AC. Like it doesn't take away from the battery. And I was like, it doesn't take away from the battery. And then I cut it on and figured out it doesn't take away from the battery. So, you can be sitting in traffic in like this big truck, not burning all this fuel, going the same distance and using way less energy. And then that energy costs you less to buy. You see the savings here? When you have a big truck and it's idling, it's just burning gas. Like the tailpipe is just emitting emissions. Okay, that's gas being burned. Okay, that's on all cars. But with electric cars, you don't have that problem. So you're saving like double here. I think it's just amazing. I think the truck is gonna sell, but I don't think it's gonna come out fast because I think that they're factoring in new battery technology way early. Like they're factoring in battery technology within 2 years because that's when the truck's gonna come out. Just get a hybrid. What do you mean, like a truck? A hybrid truck? Or a hybrid car? But that also really depends on where you live, because I know in Memphis, like, I didn't see any hybrids. Like, I did not see, like, I hardly ever saw a Prius in Memphis. I saw, like, maybe 2 or 3 Teslas, But you also got to think, like, in Memphis, housing is very cheap. So people, it's not hard for an average person to get a house and pay it off within 15 years if they really wanted to, or within 10 years if they really wanted to, if they had a decent job. Okay, so you can easily pay off your house. So once you easily pay off your house, well, you don't have that as a large expense. Maybe you have the maintenance. So you can spend majority of your money on things like cars. You know, you can spend, you know, so that's what a lot of people do there. And that's why like it just kind of works out for a place like Memphis, you know, because the housing is much lower. Like I know a couple people that they straight out own their houses straight out, like just because they bought like a house that was $80,000 and maybe they made 40 or 50,000 a year, you know, and they just stacked all the money up. So you know, so a place like that, they don't care about buying gas. You know, a lot of places like that, they don't care about a fuel efficient car because a car is like their largest expense and they don't really care. They just want something nice and they want something cool, you know? And maybe the Tesla truck will or hit those people in the middle of America. By the way, Jermaine, what's up with the woman that cussed you out in the last video? Okay, so a lot of people thought that was an Asian woman. No, that wasn't an Asian woman. That was a tourist. Okay, because that was on a Sunday afternoon, and lots of tourists are in that neighborhood. Asians would not have said that. No way. No way. Asians would not have said that unless they were tourists. You know, unless they were from LA. But like the Asian people from like the city, they would not have said anything. Like no. Those are definitely tourists, and I'm guessing those people, they kind of sound like some middle of America type folks, you know. So I don't know. I didn't really stop and talk to him, so I really can't really say much. But just by her accent and by her attitude, like most people don't react like that around here, you know. Especially Asian people, like especially to like a black person. Like, come on, what would they do if they yelled at me? What would they do if I got off the skateboard and like walked up to them and like pushed them down, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of other Asian people around, but there's also like I'm a black dude and like I could get away and like I'm scary and they're older and you know, there's just a lot of factors there. Like they just wouldn't like respond that way. And also they probably would not have, they pay more attention because I don't know. They live there, you know, but the tourists would be the ones that would get pissed off. You know, why are people riding skateboards in this city? Because they come from a place that it's just more conservative, you know. Where here it's like way liberal, you know. We have gay people and, you know, interracial marriage is totally okay. And the Tesla truck is really, really cool. Yeah, it sounded like somebody from Idaho, no joke. Yeah, but the Tesla truck, like I actually, like honestly, if I did not live in San Francisco, if I lived in like Santa Barbara or if I lived in Memphis, I would straight up get a Tesla truck, like for real. Like I would straight up get one just because it's that cool, you know? Like by the time I mean, think about it, if it could drive itself. I was watching this one influencer on YouTube and he was talking about why he was going to get the Tesla truck, right? And this is the type of dude, like, he rents out apartments. And he rents out, like, apartments in, like, bad neighborhoods. Basically, he's the type of dude, like, he'll go to a bad neighborhood. He'll buy up a lot of houses. He'll, like, fix them up a little bit, and then he'll rent them out. But they're all in, like, just messed up neighborhoods, you know? Like, just jacked up neighborhoods, right? None of his properties are in, like, decent areas where he would want to live. You know, one thing about being a landlord, I put it like this. If you want to be a landlord and you want to rent properties out, at least it's got to be a property that you would live in. If it's some crap that you wouldn't live in, like don't even, you know, rent it out, you know. And this dude was saying he wanted to get the Tesla truck because on the first of the month he got to go collect rent, right? He got to go collect rent, and when he goes to collect rent, he might get shot. And since the truck is bulletproof, it would protect him from the bullets, right? And he was like, if he did get shot, he could have the autopilot drive him to the hospital. And I was just like, man, the things that people come up with to get this Tesla truck, I tell you, yo. Homeboy said, I said, what? So right now I got my pancakes going here. That's childish thoughts. I know it's childish, but I thought it was a little funny though. But he was saying, I mean, this dude was like, I forget his name, but like, he do a lot of stuff in like the middle of America, like a lot of like trailer parks and stuff. Yeah, he be doing a lot of trailer parks. And like I wouldn't want to be messing around with no trailer park anyway, you know. That sounds super sketchy, yo. Trailer parks. No, I would want a more affluent clientele, you know what I mean? Let me just keep my stuff in REITs until I got enough money to go to a nice neighborhood or a nicer neighborhood. But homeboy be buying like $5,000 houses and then making like $5,000 off of it in 1 year. But then he like hustling folks. But I don't want to be like that. But Tesla truck, like even, I mean, another cool thing about the Tesla truck, who knows what like customizations are gonna come out over time, you know? Who knows? They're gonna make like I don't know. Who knows what they're gonna do with the Tesla truck? I kind of want one, yo, cause it does look crazy cool. Oh, you like the shirt? You gotta represent Toki. Why don't you go to WeWork anymore? I go to WeWork like every day. What do you mean? I'm just not going to WeWork today because I'm making pancakes and I can't make pancakes at WeWork. Let me see here. So guys, I'm gonna start making pancakes, okay? Last time I jacked this up, I think I had the heat too high. I'm just using coconut oil. And we're gonna still talk about anybody out there gonna get the Tesla truck? Okay, any subscribers out there gonna get it? And you know, I tell you something that's kind of messed up about Tesla is Wall Street still is not taking Tesla seriously. Like they're not. Like they are still not taking Tesla seriously. And it just makes me wonder. I wonder why. I wonder why. Because nobody else has no other car company comes close to their technology. What I think Tesla's gonna end up doing, yo, is I think Tesla is gonna end up, okay, so basically what Tesla has is, whenever you hear someone say an electric skateboard, okay, they may not necessarily be talking about an actual electric skateboard like a boosted board. In the car world, when you hear people talking about an electric skateboard, they're talking about the bottom part of the car. Okay, Tesla has been in talks of selling that technology to other companies. Okay, like licensing out that technology to other companies. That would be insane if they did that, because that means other companies will be using Tesla's like basically Tesla's brain, and then they would be building the top part of the car, and then Tesla would get a cut off of all of those cars from every other auto manufacturer that's using their skateboard. You get it? I don't know. I love Tesla a lot. We don't have to talk about Tesla the whole time, but I definitely want to talk about Tesla because I did title the video Tesla, you know? But I'm also making pancakes, you know? Let's see if I don't burn this. Because lately I've been messing these up. Oh, caviar is open today. Obsessed. What do I got going today? No, I don't have an apartment. I'm just crashing with a friend's house. You know, I was actually thinking about getting an apartment here. But you know what, guys? I'm also thinking about not, because ever since I've been back, like it's just the same thing. Like I'm thinking like why should I stay here when I can be anywhere on the globe? You know? Oh, I flipped that one right. When I make pancakes, like I eat them as I make them. So like as soon as one is done, like I'll just like chop it down and eat it and then make the next. Because I don't want them to get cold. I like them fresh and hot, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I want to stay in San Francisco because I want to experiment with other businesses, but like, and I kind of need a place. But You gonna go make pancakes. Pancakes are good right now. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna spend Thanksgiving alone, so. No, I don't think I'm spending it alone. I think I'm probably gonna hang out with a YouTube subscriber. I wanted to hang out with a couple of YouTube subscribers, but I don't know if they're gonna hit me up or whatever. I may go to Veggie Girl later, cause Veggie Girl's gonna have like some holiday food, you know. For a minute, I forgot I was in live stream. South Africa in the house. Why aren't you with your family? That's a good question. Why am I not with my family? I'm not with my family because I didn't want to travel during the holiday season. And I went to go visit my family like 2 weeks ago. And for the most part, it's not going to be any different, like visiting on Thanksgiving versus visiting not on Thanksgiving. So I just went early. I went early. What are y'all doing today on Thanksgiving? Visiting family? Are you just gonna stay at home all alone? Are you I'm just curious. What are other people gonna do on Thanksgiving? Are you guys gonna drive for Uber? What do you mean other festivities I could have taken part of? Oh, you mean going back home? Well, going back home on Thanksgiving would actually be kind of stressful because it'll be trying to cram to see how many people I can see in like one day on Thanksgiving, you know? Which would just be a crazy day. Why don't I eat meat? I just saw that question pop up. I don't eat meat because meat's bad. No, that's not why I don't eat meat. Lots of people eat meat. Is Thanksgiving bigger than Christmas Eve in America? I think so. What's up with the Tesla glass demo? Okay, so like the whole that was just like a mistake, yo. So a couple things happened with the glass. If you notice, they took a sledgehammer and they banged the window with a sledgehammer before. They banged the door with a sledgehammer before. And then after they did that, they I'm just looking for something to eat this with. After they did that, I think that probably made the window weaker. Just thinking about it. To all the people that are just tuning in, we're just talking about Tesla and I'm making pancakes. This pancake is amazing. I'm gonna put another pancake on. I got mix for probably like 3 more and I'm gonna eat about 3 more. I mean, it's Thanksgiving. The city is dead. I walked down to the grocery store. I didn't even see any people out on the street. I didn't even see any homeless people, yo. I'm like, where the homeless people at? You know, they even left. Like, damn. Maybe I should have left. I mean, that's messed up when they gone. Everybody must have left. I went to sleep yesterday at like 6 p.m. I was gonna get up at like 10 and go go to the bar or something, but I got up at 10 and went back to sleep. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, but you know what? It's actually not that bad because it got people to talk about it, you know? It definitely got people to talk about it. And don't forget, that's all free publicity. That whole thing was all free advertisement, you know? So the more people talk about it, the better, because Tesla ain't gotta pay for it. Tesla paid for the event, and look at all the hype that social media has like hyped it up. Like even me, I'm making a video talking about it, you know? Like how many people made videos talking about Tesla? And then wait till it comes out, yo. Wait till it comes out. Man, rappers gonna have it. Everybody's gonna have a Tesla. Athletes are gonna have it. Everybody's gonna have a truck, I'm telling you. Because they're gonna want it. They're gonna want it because it is so polarizing. Because it is so futuristic. Okay. Hey, these pancakes fire, yo. Like, no joke. This is so much better than going to that pancake shop in the Mission District. Man, these real good. Ooh, I got one more fork in here. I'm straight. Y'all know how to make vegan pancakes? Well, for the most part, you just gotta get pancake mix that don't have egg in it. And that's really easy to find for the most part. Majority of them don't have egg in it. And you can use water if you want. But instead of using water, just use like almond milk. It's a little bit better than soy milk, because soy milk is a little bit thinner. Cashew milk would probably be even better than almond milk, but I don't think they sell cashew milk down. I don't think cashew milk is an easy one to just find, you know? Not like almond milk. They sell almond milk like everywhere. I remember you getting almond milk at the grocery store in South Africa, like everywhere. I even in Namibia, I remember getting almond milk. Like it was just like everywhere. But the other one, cashew milk is not, because cashews are expensive. Almonds are expensive too. I think cashews use even more water than almonds, if I'm not mistaken. In the whole food production process. You can't wait to eat some ham? Have fun. I mean, I'm not knocking it, you know? It's a tradition. I mean, is that what you do? That what you do? I don't know what I might eat. I might just make some, I might make some spaghetti. Or I might just go get some Chinese food. I'll probably just go get some Chinese food, go to Chinatown. Chinatown gonna be popping tonight. Them folks gonna be out, yo. Cause it ain't gonna be a lot of other things open. But chances are it probably will be a lot of things open just because. What else are people gonna do? Dude, I don't think Tesla beating the Ford F-150, yo. Like, come on, yo. Everybody knew that was gonna happen. But the Tesla truck look like it's bigger. Definitely look like it's bigger than the Ford F-150. This is so good. Hey, so how many people watching this that you live in the Bay Area? Any Bay Area people out here? I think the Tesla truck is ugly. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the Tesla truck, I was thinking, what is this? But you know, Elon did say that this truck is gonna be something that you ain't never seen before. He says it's gonna look like something very. He said it was gonna look weird. I mean, he did say this. I remember him saying it. But homeboy caught me off guard when he pulled out this truck. I was like, yeah, that's real weird, yo. But now, I ain't got used to it. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to see one, you know. I can't wait to see one like in person. Like, I can't wait to see one in person, yo. You know, when you walking down the street and you look up and you're like, dang, it's a Tesla truck. Pancake's fire, yo. Hey, but one thing I want to know about the Tesla truck that maybe you guys haven't thought about, what would happen if you get into a car accident with a Tesla truck? What would happen to the other car? Because by him slamming that door with a sledgehammer, that tells me that the truck is very strong. Very strong. And what happens if the truck is like, and by being one whole piece like that, what happens if it's damaged? Like, what happens if it if it's damaged somehow? Like, I don't think you're gonna be able to repair a quarter panel, you know? I think you're gonna have to like, I mean, will the whole thing be total, or will it take some pretty hard, I mean, I don't know. Our other car would be total. That's what I was thinking. The other car would be completely total. I mean, so basically, you riding around in a tank. I mean, because it definitely looks like a military vehicle. It looks like something that would be in Iraq somewhere in a desert, like riding, like with some big wheels on it. Got some people on the back with some guns hanging off the side. Like, that's what it really looked like. It don't look like something that you would see, you know, dad picking up the kids, you know, from private school in. I mean, it just don't, you know, it don't look like something you would see somebody, you know, chilling in the hood with, you know, next to the barbecue grill. But I'm telling y'all, and by 3 years, it's gonna be all over. Watch. It's gonna be everywhere. Everybody gonna have a Tesla truck. It's not that expensive either. Like, a lot of people don't understand the illusion of don't see the price difference with electric cars. Like, there's a big price difference because there's less maintenance, like less oil. You know, there's no oil changes. Okay, you don't have to replace the brakes. Like, I was talking to a guy that got an EV, a Toyota RAV4, 20 years old, and he said he has 2 of them. And one of them has like 170,000 miles, and they never replaced the brakes on it. They never replaced the brakes on it, yo. 170,000 miles, and they haven't replaced the brakes. Think about it. The reason why you don't replace the brakes so often is because the car uses regenerative braking. So it uses the motor to slow it down, which creates energy and charges the battery. So it's brilliant. I'm making one more little pancake, and then I'm gonna go shit down. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day. I'm gonna have some cereal too, because I'm having some cereal. You know what Tesla's gonna do very soon? The next car that they come out with, like the next car, whatever it is, it's gonna have some crazy amount of range. Because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna release the next car for probably another year. Because the battery technology on this Tesla truck is gonna increase before the truck is released, right? So they're gonna use that new battery technology in the next new car that they're gonna make, and that new car is probably gonna blow everybody's. Because Tesla has to continue to blow, it has to continue to blow you out of the water, right? With the truck, they basically did it because they made an ugly ass truck that everybody's talking about. Okay, like everybody is talking about how ugly it is. But it doesn't matter because remember when the iPods first came out, the AirPods first came out, the white AirPods, people were making fun of them like crazy, yo. People were making fun of them like crazy. People were saying, "Oh, it looks like you have a toothbrush hanging out of your ear." Now look at them. They are the most popular headphones ever, ever, ever. The most popular headphones, yo. And look at them now. And at first, everyone was talking about them. At first, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be a weirdo if you walk around with those in." It's the same thing with Tesla. I think the same exact thing with the Tesla truck. You know, it's gonna pop out. People gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it's weird," and then it's just gonna get very popular. And then with construction workers, okay, I'm telling you something. This is how Tesla got about the weird, yo. Like this is why I'm constantly investing more money in Tesla, right? Okay, so with the construction workers, right? Construction workers have to deal when construction workers get trucks. Like, let's say you got a fleet of trucks of like 10 trucks, right? You run a plumbing company, and you have all these plumbers under you, right? So with a normal truck, now Tesla, they broke the front windows, right? They broke the side windows, but the front window is much, much stronger. The front window can take it. It's the same glass that are on the Tesla Semi, right? So you look at a fleet owner, he's gonna be like, "Yo, this truck has armored glass on the front. This truck is not gonna take like any dings and dents from like, someone banging the truck in the driveway or something. This truck, it has power adapters. Happy Thanksgiving, yo. They're gonna look at it like, this truck can hold 6 people. This truck can hold, it can hold tools without a toolbox. This truck has the capability of charging itself." I mean, when they compare the Tesla truck, this truck can drive itself in the future. I mean, when they compare the two, they're totally not gonna want a traditional truck, because Tesla truck's gonna be a much, much better deal for them, a much, much better deal for them, like a much better deal for them. So I'm super stoked. And those people don't care if the truck's ugly. They just want the truck for the job. They don't care what it looks like. They're just like, "Yo, I need a construction truck. I need a big truck. I need a big truck." I think I'm gonna have a visitor very soon. Yes, so I can sit here and talk to you guys now and have breakfast. Oh no, my fork just got in the syrup. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm having some pancakes. What y'all doing today? Are y'all working, cooking for the kids? Three days travel? I'll go to mom's house. Whew. And Crystal Lee, happy Turkey Day. What car show? There's a car show tonight? There's a car show in the city? Like, what kind of... It's an ice car show, right? I'd still be down to go. Oh, that car show. Yeah, you want to go? It's pretty big. Or you have 2 tickets. Yeah, what time you want to go? I think it'll be fun. It's 37. I mean, it's pretty cold here. It's not 37, but I want to say it's probably like 42 or something. It's chilly. I walked to the store. I had 2 jackets on. I said, man, I can't wait to get back to the house. Texas cold and rainy. 3:34. Yo. All right, you got my number, right? Just text me. I think either one of those times will be good. 32 in Chicago. Ooh. This is so good. You know what I thought about? I thought about just traveling in the U.S. Like just go to like random places in the U.S. where people would not think that anything would be popping off, and then go there and find something that's popping off and blog about it. Because I have a cousin who just moved to North Dakota. And the crazy thing about it is like, I'm trying to figure out like, what is going on in North Dakota? I mean, I know he moved there with a girl, but like that's like a random place that I would want to go to, like go to like Montana or something, right? And then just go stay there for like a week or 2 and just like go do stuff in fog, you know? And just see what happens, you know? Yes, you can pick up bed bugs from the buses, for sure. Especially buses in San Francisco. You can get bed bugs all over San Francisco, yo. It's really easy to get bed bugs around here. 12 in Berlin? Holy crap. Oh, you never knew that about San Francisco and the bed bugs? You introduced me to investing things. Oh, thanks. Oh, rock on. I mean, I wouldn't really trip about it that much, about the bed bugs, but it is a big thing here. Like, it's it's a very, very popular thing. And even some of the nicer hotels, like, I've heard of people getting bed bugs. So it's not like you can just go stay in a nice hotel and think, oh, yeah, I'm good. Like, you can still get it there, too. Yeah, but the thing about bed bugs is like, check this out. Like, someone could have bed bugs and they can sit down on the seat of the bus, and then they can get up and walk off the bus, and then you sat down, and then you get it, you know? So yeah, they do clean the bus, but they don't clean the bus like between rides. You know, they just clean it like when it goes to the station, which is after hundreds and hundreds of rides. Yeah, bed bugs definitely have a huge life in San Francisco. But I bet if you get a Tesla truck, you won't have to worry about bed bugs because you can use the electricity to run the bed bugs away. No, I'm joking. I just wanted to bring up Tesla truck again. No, I think here it's not like they come from box springs in China. I think they just come from other places. Like it's just, I heard like I've read it a couple places from different landlords, and they have said that San Francisco is one of the worst places in the world for bed bugs. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. Like it's the climate, it's the weather, and it's something about something else that they're talking about. And I was like, they was like, yeah, like per capita is like the worst. No, so I'm actually not getting. I'm not getting the Tesla truck because I don't need a car. Like I live in the city. Now, if I was living in Memphis or like Santa Barbara, maybe I'd want to get a Tesla truck. But right now, no, I don't see a need for. I don't see a need for a truck. If I want to get a Tesla, I'd want to get like maybe a Model 3 or maybe something later on down the line, maybe something cheaper because like I think Tesla like I think it would be dope if they made a car even smaller than the Model 3. Someone is sending me a text message. Oh, Rob. That's Rob. Okay. All right, I got it. Do you still rock your e-bike? I don't, but like this is the time of year that I would actually rock the e-bike because it's cold and rainy, and it's just a little bit better because you can't really ride a skateboard when it's raining. I mean, you can, but you're a fool. You're gonna destroy the skateboard eventually. You also gonna have a very high chance of falling. Is the battery still good on the e-bikes now? I have no idea if the battery's still good. Jay, the Tesla truck is really unattractive. That's the first thing I thought when I saw it. I was like, "What the heck is this?" But anyway, I think it's cool now. I got used to it. Well, actually, Tesla's been down since they announced the truck. But it doesn't matter if Tesla's down now. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yo. They got 250,000 orders in, which I think no, I don't think half of them will cancel. I think maybe 30 to 40% of them could maybe 30% of them could cancel. But I think a lot of people are not going to cancel. A lot of people want the truck. A lot of people didn't want Tesla before because Tesla only made cars. But now you want to talk about a truck? I got a message. Hold on. What am I doing on Black Friday? I got no idea what I'm doing on Black Friday. What do you think about taxes on marijuana going up in January? It's going up again? It's going up again? Look, it's already like 15%. You know what? Growing up with it going up on taxes, who is really hurting is. Hold on one second. I am trying to, like, I have someone that's supposed to pick. I have someone supposed to pick up some keys. I thought that she was just gonna come up, but like now she's not. So I'm just gonna give them to her outside in like it's 40 seconds or something. Jay has left the room. Jay's back. Sorry, I keep like leaving the stream, but like I'm just trying to take care of my friend here. Okay, I'll see if she's here now. Good morning. Sorry about yesterday. Oh, cool. I have a good one. See you. Okay, I'm back. I just have to go drop just have to drop the drugs off. No, I mean the keys off. I'm joking. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Hoo 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 hoo. Yep, I can't wait to go to the car show. That's gonna be fun today, Rob. When we go to the car show. Are you you're not gonna bring an electric vehicle, are you? Are you still there? Are you still on the stream, Rob? Oh, you got a car. Okay. Because I don't think I'm gonna skateboard today. It looks like it's gonna rain. I mean, I wouldn't want to take a skateboard. Yeah, you'll pick me up. Okay. Hey, I'll probably be at the Whole Foods on Market. You wanna just pick me up from there? We're just making plans like straight up on live stream. Like I love it. I love it. Like you gonna be in my vlog today, Rob? I actually made a vlog today because since I ran out of the milk and I had to go to the store, like I was just like, let's make a video out of it, you know? So I went down to the store. Whew. I don't know. 4 p.m. Okay, 4 p.m. is good. It's snowing here like crazy. That's crazy. What are your thoughts on Libra coin? Libra coin's like dead. Like it's dead. It's dead. I wish it could be a thing because that's one that could help out a lot of. It would actually help out a lot of other countries more than it would help out like us because we already have multiple banking methods, you know. But in places like in certain countries around the world, maybe they don't have access to banks as much as we do, so it would help them out more. But I don't know. It seems like Libra's dead now. I don't hear anybody talking about Libra anymore. Maybe it could be a thing in the future. I think that like, what if Apple made something, or made a way that you can pay with Apple something, Apple Pay, but it's like an Apple currency. I think Apple's probably big enough to do it. And that would get people to want to use Apple. I have a little bit of Bitcoin, but not that much. Not that much. I definitely have a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I want to say Africa, but I didn't want to say. I mean, if you notice, I didn't say any particular place, but I want to say like Africa and Asia. Um, it could benefit a lot of those countries greatly. In Central America, it wouldn't really benefit as much because a lot of people like access to banking is a lot higher in Central America versus like parts of Africa. Like parts of Africa, it's pretty sparse. You get a bank account when like you're someone like you make a lot of money, versus in the U.S. you can make, $2,000 a year and you can still get a bank account. You can make no money a year and still get a bank account. But in a lot of other countries, bank accounts are just very, very different. Banks are regulated differently. So when I was in Israel, they were telling me like, okay, you know how like in the U.S. you can go to Bank of America and open up your account in New York, but then you can get on an airplane and fly on the other side of the country to Los Angeles, and you can go to a Bank of America and go cash a check there, right? It's like the same bank. But they're telling me like in Israel, their banking system is like, it might be the same bank, but you still can't go to the other bank. Like you still have to go to the same branch that you opened it at, even though that there's all these other branches around. So like banks are just regulated like differently in different places, you know? In some places it just ain't no banks. You know what I mean? Folks paying with their cell phones and stuff. Like if people texting you and stuff, like sending me a text message and like you and just gave me $20. Like, huh? What, you just gave me $20? Yeah, what? For real? You texting me money? Yeah. I mean, in Namibia, people are doing that big time. I ran out of minutes on my phone, and someone texted me some minutes. And then all of a sudden, my phone was working again. And I was just like, I'll be damned. I mean, the things that these folks got. You ain't got a bank, but you sending money through your phone. So like, your account got hacked? What do you mean your account got hacked? Sorry, I was just like daydreaming for a minute. Jermaine is toast right now. No, I got plenty of sleep. Woke up really early. I am good. It is an amazing day. I'm looking outside and it looks like it's about to rain though. I don't think it's gonna rain, but it looks like it. So I've been streaming for 58 minutes. What city are you in now? I am in San Francisco. I love San Francisco. It's a good city. It's a good place. The city is good. No, there's no snow here, and if it did snow, we would have some serious problems. What made you move to San Francisco if it's so expensive? Well, there's lots of opportunities here. Lots of opportunities here. When is your next backpacking trip? Backpack trip. I don't know when my next backpacking trip is. I don't know. I kind of want to chill and not travel for a little bit. But after I live here through December, that'll probably all change. I'll probably want to leave again. So I don't really know. I don't. That's a good question. I don't really know where I want to go next. Vietnam would be a good place because it'll be warm all year round. So I was thinking maybe Vietnam. Um, New Zealand would be a really awesome place to go to. It's warm all year round. I think Vietnam would be better than New Zealand, but then New Zealand would be better for different reasons. New Zealand is more like developed from what I hear. Vietnam is a lot cheaper, a little bit wilder, not so strict. Well, I mean, really, I guess it really depends on what you mean by strict. So Vietnam, possibly. Yeah, Vietnam's high. It's really high on my list because I've been to a lot of other places in Southeast Asia already. So Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, those would be good to go on one trip. New Zealand is chilly the year round. Oh, that makes sense because it is pretty far down there. Thoughts on Mongolia? I don't know. I don't know about Mongolia. Maybe someday. Bangladesh would be a good one to go to. I think Bangladesh would be crazy. You know? Maybe I should go to Asia. Yeah, maybe I should go to Asia. But the thing about Asia, you can go to Asia and spend months in Asia. You know, you can spend 6, 7 months in Asia. Easy. Especially if you go there and you go there on a one-way flight. Because the thing about once you get to Asia, it's so easy to find flights to go to other parts of Asia for really cheap. So it's almost being sucked into a vacuum. You know, once you get inside, you just get sucked in, you know, and then you can't even fight it, you know, you're just getting pulled in. And, you know, you're just getting the full Asian experience, you know, and it's amazing. No, I haven't left the airport in Japan, so no, I haven't been there. But Japan will be cold in January. That's the thing about Japan. I don't want to go there. The reason why I say Japan will be cold because I was in Korea in March and I was like freezing, yo. Yeah, like I remember pulling out half of the clothes out of my backpack and I was coming from Thailand, you know. And I was like, it's 32 degrees outside. Yeah, it was like 32 degrees outside. And it was windy too. I'm talking about the wind was blowing like the big bad wolf about to blow your house down. I was like, oh man. I said, this is gonna be Korea. It's gonna be Seoul. Man, it was so cold. Man, I remember that wind was blowing and like I had them little short socks on because I was in Thailand. And you know how you go underneath your sock right here? Underneath it get there and whoa, man, I was so cold. Oh, wee. I said, wow, this is too much. How do you deal with jet lag? I drink a lot. When I get on the plane, I always drink a lot. Be drinking drinks, be slamming them things. That's why I try to get an aisle seat or a window seat. Because I'll just have a drink, and have another one, and have another one, and have like 4. And about 4, you can just pass out. But the thing about drinking on a flight is you have to watch yourself because you got to keep the water up. Because when you fly, your body naturally gets dehydrated because you're sitting down, the air is really dry, and you get thirsty, and you need to drink a lot when you're flying normally, even if you're not drinking alcohol. Normally, you should be drinking a lot of water. Like you should be drinking at least a cup of water per hour. Like every hour, like at least 1 cup of water. Like if not, 3 cups of water per hour. I mean, ideally, you would want to drink 3 cups of water per hour. But like, if you did that on a 12-hour flight, you would be going to the toilet a lot. And then what about when you sleep? You know what I mean? So I would say like try to drink at least 1 glass of water per hour. But if you're drinking, you need to drink 1 glass of water per hour, and then you need to try to drink like even a little bit more water than that to wash away the alcohol. So, I mean, that's kind of how I see it on that. So yeah, you can do the jet lag thing. But then also it depending on the flight too. So like check this out. When I'm in London and I'm catching a flight and it's leaving London at 1 p.m. London time and it arrives to the US and it arrives to San Francisco at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So what I do is I just once I get here, I try to stay awake until like 9 o'clock at night. And then go to sleep. And that way, when I go to sleep, like I'm tired, but then I'm going to sleep at like the normal time that I would go to sleep here. But my body's still gonna be thrown off because my body's still gonna think that like I'm on that time. And I may like go to sleep at 9 p.m., but then I may wake up at 12. You know, like I may sleep for 3 hours and wake up at 12 and I'm like wide awake because my body thinks that I'm over there, you know? So what you have to do in that scenario is, what I usually do is I try to have like a really decent meal before I go to sleep. I try not to just go to sleep, okay? Like when I get back, I try not to go to sleep. Just don't just go to sleep. Like you want to eat something and then you want to like move around, like you want to go walking. Because I do this because I'm in the city and I always walk. So you want to move around and go walking. So like eat some food, eat like a normal meal, and then like walk it off a little bit. Like go walking like a couple blocks, you know, like get some exercise, and then go lay down. Because what you're doing here is like you're eating, so like you're relaxing yourself, and then you're exercising, so you're moving around, and you might be tired as heck already. But when you exercise, like you're just moving your body around more, and then you want to stay awake at least like an hour and a half after you've eaten. So you don't want to just go like exercise and then just go straight to sleep. You want to like go eat, go move around, go exercise a little bit, and then go chill out, drink some water, and then go to sleep, you know? So you kind of want to, but that can be very difficult to do. Okay, I'm making this sound very easy, but when you are tired and you just got off an airplane and, you know, maybe you didn't sleep on the flight, it can be like very difficult to stay awake. So, I mean, just, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this is so easy, you know? Oh, this is so easy. No food after 6 p.m. Yeah, but like the reason why I say you might want to eat a meal, because what if you were flying and you didn't eat a meal? You know, because when you're traveling, you're messing up your whole body system. Like you would normally eat at, you know, 12 o'clock, and then you would normally eat at around 6 p.m. But now since you're traveling, like you're at the airport and they tell you to get there at, you know, at 3, and then the flight is delayed 3 hours. Okay, so now you're gonna be delayed eating on the plane for additional 3 hours, you know? So like things, you have to think about things like that. So sometimes when you're traveling, you have to break your rules of, you know, no food after 6 o'clock, and you have to break your rules of no water after 6, or no water after 9, just because like it's almost out of your control because you're traveling. You know what I mean? Hey Jermaine, how can I start vlogging soon without scared to be on camera? I have an action camera. No. Okay, so I would say just if you want to like make YouTube videos, you just got to do it. Yeah, you just got to like do it. You just got to do it. You just got to pull out the camera. You just got to start talking. And if you got to do things that people are nervous to do. So one thing I've noticed that still to this day I don't see a lot of people doing is I see a lot of people vlogging, but I don't see as many people vlogging in public. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see as many people like out like vlogging in public. Like a lot of people vlog and like they're sorta in a private place. Like they're sorta like at home, or maybe they're in a store but like there's not that many people in the store, you know? But like vlogging in like a place where like you're walking down the street vlogging and there's like just people walking, like I don't really see people doing that. And I think that's one thing I want to do more is I want to like make more videos like on the street, like make more like videos where like I would sit down and talk, but make it standing up like on the street, and that way it would just be people in the background walking, and it would be kind of dope because it's almost like news style, like you're just out and like you're just talking and like all this action's going on, you know, like there's cars behind you and like there's people walking, and you know, you never know, people might be waving, people might be doing this, like I just think it's a dope idea. Jermaine, I'm off to the gym. Your Uber will arrive. Okay, my Uber's coming at 4. Okay, I got you. Is YouTube your full-time job, or do you have a sponsor? I don't. I don't really have any sponsors. Like, YouTube is not really my full-time gig anymore. No. Okay, Uber at 4. Alright. I already do live street vlogs. I like the live street vlogs. No. I like doing it because I like doing it. It's fun. It was one video I did recently. The video of me hiking, in TaskRabbit, hiking for TaskRabbit. I went back and I was watching the video of like when the part of the video when I was walking through the market. And it was so many people like that were doing stuff in the background. And I thought it looked so dope, yo. Because I didn't see it when I was editing it because I edited it on an iPhone, so I didn't pay that much attention to the background. Later, when I watched it on like a large screen, like, you know, this guy was just like looking like this, and like these girls were just like that. Like, I just thought like it was just so entertaining to see like all the different reactions like from the background. Thought it was super clutch. I'm gonna get some water. Free person. Okay. You could totally use iMovie. I used to use iMovie a lot. I don't use iMovie anymore, but I used to use iMovie a lot back in the day. iMovie is cool. Whew. Whew, that water is good and cold. I gotta figure out what to do now. I think I'm gonna go skateboarding actually. It's not raining, it's a beautiful day. I'll probably go to New York. Not now, I mean, because it's about to get cold. I'll probably go to New York first thing in the spring. California sky is it's not so beautiful today. Maybe later it'll clear up. I think it will clear up later. But not right now. No, not right now. Whew. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. Come to Boston. You think I should come to Boston? Only thing I would want to do in Boston is like lay in bed and cuddle with someone because it's so freaking cold there. Like, I wouldn't want to go skateboarding. I wouldn't want to go outside. I wouldn't want to. It's freezing there. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But it's beautiful from watching indoors. You know, watching through a window with a heater on. It's real beautiful. It's kind of like Tahoe. I would love to go to Tahoe. I have a friend that lives in Tahoe, but I really want to go visit because I've never been to Tahoe. I think it'd be cool to go check it out. What are you thankful for this year? One thing I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for the freedom that I have, and I'm also thankful for being a very open-minded individual, because I noticed that I'm very open-minded, and when you're open-minded, you can see things differently. You can take advantage of different situations. You can take advantage of different opportunities when you have an open-minded perspective. And I'm very thankful to be open-minded, and just being open-minded has made me more happy. So, yeah, super thankful for just being adventurous, you know? Because I'm just down to go out and try new things a lot of the time. So I'm down to do weird things. What's the safest country in Africa? Probably Rwanda. Or maybe Seychelles. Probably Seychelles. Thankful for all those girls out there with no dad in their life. I don't have girls all over the world with kids. Like, no way. That's actually not true. No, I don't. Because I would just marry one and bring them back if I did. I'm thankful for awesome YouTuber like Jermaine Ellis. Like, big family. Oh, that's what's up. Alex and Jermaine be tripping. We need to get back together. I could go to New York, but just not take the boosted board. I can just go in the winter and just not take the boosted board. Just go stay somewhere in the Bronx, like near Alex's neighborhood, and then just kick it, chill with Alex all the time. I could just do that. Maybe I'll do that in January. Go to New York in January. I mean, the weather will be shit, but so what? Like, so what? Just go chill in the Bronx somewhere. Just don't take the skateboard, you know? Because when it's that cold outside, like, I don't want to ride a skateboard. When it's that cold outside, I don't even want to be outside, you know? Like, you think I want to be on a piece of wood moving 20 miles an hour and it's going to be even colder? Oh, hell no. I want to be somewhere inside sipping some coffee, watching some videos from California of folks on the beach, you know, trying to escape that reality. Because, man, when it's cold like that, like, it's cold outside right now, and I'm thinking about, hey, maybe we do want to go to Vietnam in January. What the fuck am I thinking? I want to stay here, you know? Like, I'm gonna freeze my balls off here, you know? And then work will be okay, but, like, work definitely slows down. You know, it won't be no work on the weekend. I mean, it will be work, but it won't be, like, this is the best time of the year, like, the fall. The January, February, things are like, you know, things are just slow. But if you make it through January, February, like, everything is, like, popping again. We work, staffers disappear. That you know who got laid off. I don't know anyone who got laid off. Crazy, what's up? You sound like that in the lives for real, dude. Go to South America where it's warmer. South America. I would go to South Africa probably. I wouldn't go to South America. I'm telling you, what'll probably happen is I'm gonna find a cheap flight next month, and I'll just probably book a flight and go somewhere. That's what I'll probably do. Because I was thinking about, like, renting this other place, but it's like $1,300 a month, and I'm thinking, okay, it's like a room in a house, right? So I'm thinking, like, $1,300. That's not that bad, but then it kinda is. But it's not that bad, you know? But then I'm thinking, $1,300 a month, I could live in Vietnam for like $1,000 a month. Like, and I would pay for like pretty much like everything. I could just be chilling and living. You know, I could stay at a hostel. It could be, you know, $40 a week. And then I still got like, you know, 4 weeks in a month, so that's $250 a week. So I could stay at a hostel $40 a week, right? And then food, maybe each meal like $3, so $9 a day. I mean, it could be very, very, very inexpensive. Or I could just get a room in a house here for like $1,300 a month. And then I still gotta pay for food. I still gotta pay for this. I still gotta pay for that. So, you know what I mean? It's gonna be way more. And then it's gonna be cold because it's gonna be January. And it's gonna be February. And I'm thinking, yo, I should just, do I really wanna stay here? Like, I don't know. I'll see. We'll see how the flights go. But how long are the visas allowed to stay in Vietnam? So with a U.S. passport, we can get a visa for we can get a visa for like 30 days. I'd probably stay there for like 30 days, and then from there I'd probably maybe go to Laos or Cambodia, because I've never been to Laos or Cambodia. So these would be like country 68. You know, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. And then who knows? It'd really be nice to go to like Africa after that. But I didn't really plan to travel like this year. Well, next year I kind of wanted to sort of not travel as much. But I guess I could go to Asia. I'll think about it. It's just wherever I find a really good deal. If I find a good deal, go back to South Africa, I'm definitely going back to South Africa, you know, if it's cheap enough. Just beware of beggars, people who shoplift and... Oh, yeah, I'm totally familiar with that. I went to Vietnam and Cambodia. I would stay in Cambodia. It's super cheap. Oh, Cambodia is cheaper than Vietnam? Don't Cambodia uses US dollars, right? Maybe I'll go to New York next month. Turo turn you down. Maybe I'll go to New York next month. Like in December, I'll go to New York for a couple of days. I mean, it's only a flight away. But if I go in January, flights to New York will be super cheap because nobody's traveling. Stay high and visit San Diego. Oh, they use the US dollar. We should do a meetup today. Where should I do a meetup at? Were you the other guy that came to the meetup that I had at Whole Foods? Puffy loves Cambodian breast milk. Y'all know I cut my hair. That's why it's not back there anymore. I'm joking, I didn't cut it. It's right here. What am I gonna eat? So there's another subscriber I was gonna meet up with. We're probably gonna go to Veggie Girl. Veggie Girl would be fun. This is so good. McDonald's has a vegan burger? Is it, but where is it? Is it in the US or is it somewhere else? Oh, bring your electric bike in Texas. Oh, in Europe. I've had a couple of the vegan burgers in Europe. Okay, guys, so I'm in the industry. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just go take another nap. Because it's freaking cold outside and I don't really want to go anywhere. And it's like, I mean, I guess I could escape, but it's freaking cold out there. And everything's closed. So. I'm more a fan of Beyond Burger. Yeah, I'm gonna relax today. For sure. I wonder how that lawsuit's gonna go, though. Oh, I visited my family like 2 weeks ago. And my family's in Tennessee. Miss Stern is into space. I was just thinking about like my family, and I was thinking about like how like I'm like so unfamily oriented. Like it's Thanksgiving, and like I'm not like with my family. Like I'm in California, like all alone. Most people would think that that's like insane, you know? The black sheep in my family. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. I just whenever I go home, I feel like everybody's so like everybody's just doing their own thing, you know. So I kind of feel like I just moved away and I'm doing my own thing, and like that's just kind of how it is. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like it's kind of a bummer, but. The part that kind of makes me feel really bad about the whole thing, the part that makes me think I'm going crazy is like, I have a family. They're there, they're all alive, and I'm not really close to anyone. But that would be okay. I think that would be different if I had a partner, right? If I was in a relationship, or if I had kids, or if I had something else in life going on. But the sad thing about it is, like, I'm not family oriented, and like I have like nobody in my life. Like I literally have like really no. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. It's like, why am I not family oriented? You know, kind of makes me feel like a weirdo. But I don't know. I try not to trip on this thing. I try not to trip. Gosh, I am freaking don't know why I'm so tired. Siri, why am I so tired? I better not say that. She's probably gonna be like, "You are so tired because you have been." How's the stocks going? The stocks are going great, actually. I've been buying lots of stock lately. This, yes, I love this position. Laying on the bed. No woman can hold down Jermaine. The thing about me is I don't meet anyone. That's the problem. Like I don't meet anyone, yo. It's maybe because I go to all the wrong places. My homie was telling me it's because the hair looks uncomfortable. I don't know. It's good. What do you mean it looks uncomfortable? Like how would it be uncomfortable? I love it actually. Mm, feels good to scratch. You dye hair blue. I've seen other YouTubers do that. I was thinking about doing blue next. Like it would be blue, like this color blue, or yeah, like this color blue. I thought about it. You like Liberty. I liked Liberty, but like Liberty and I were like, I don't think we would have been a good match. No, she was really country, yo. She was really, really country. Like, and she was really big into country music. Like, I'm just not a big country music person. Like, I like rock music. I can do a rock all day, but country music, I cannot. I can't deal with a black chick that like sings country music like out loud, like in public. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't deal with that. You know, like it's just country. Like, I grew up down south, and like growing up down south, like country music is like, oh, quit that shit off. Opposites attract. That's what they say. Don't go to Asia. I've seen enough videos about it. I've been to Asia plenty of times. What was your videos you saw about Asia? Were they racist? I always see stuff like that, but I don't think Asians are that racist. I think any race can be racist. You know what? Do you ever drive when you visit foreign countries? I ask because I know some Europeans who visit the U.S. and they weren't able to rent cars to go on a road trip. So usually when I'm outside the U.S., I don't drive. The reason why I don't drive is because in the U.S. I don't usually drive, and the reason why I don't drive in the U.S. just because if I don't drive, it's a huge liability that I don't have to worry about. Like if I'm not renting a car, I don't have to worry about replacing the windows if someone breaks in and steals my computer bag. Like I just would rather not deal with cars, and I would rather for me to take a trip where it's planned out, so I don't have to use a car, or it's the type of trip where I'm with enough people and maybe we rent a car together, or it's a group effort, and I'm still not the one driving the car, and I'm also still not the one solely responsible of the car. So that's kind of how it goes. I just don't really like the responsibility of a car anymore. I just love like just living life and like not having to worry about a car. Like I just have to worry about the skateboard. And a lot of the times I leave it, at home, and I don't even have to worry about it. And I'm in the city, I'm walking down the street, like I go to a bar, I have 4 drinks, I walk out, I'm buzzed, I'm not worrying about how I'm gonna get home, I'm not worried about driving, I'm not worried about none of that. So that's kind of how I like it.
Now I understand most places in the U.S. like you can't, you need a car, like you just can't live this way, you know. But I just happen to live in one of those places where you can live and get by without having a car. I mean, having a car is dope because there are definitely huge advantages. Like, okay, one thing I noticed about having a car in the city is when you have a car in the city, like, you have privacy, okay? Like, when I'm in the city and I have the skateboard, right? I'll go to Starbucks and there's people there. I'll go to the indoor places. There's always people there. I'll go somewhere else, there's people there. Sometimes I can't even have a phone conversation when I can't even feel, I can't feel like I can have a decent phone conversation because there's people everywhere. Or I'm in a place where it's too windy or it's too noisy. So like, yeah, I could have a phone call there, but it's like crazy noisy because there's buses driving down the street, you know? But then if you have a car, you can actually like, you can straight up like have privacy. Like you can go get in your car and close the door and like have a phone conversation. You can go put stuff in your trunk and lock it in your trunk. And when you don't have a car, you can't do that. You ain't got a trunk. Which has the best dispensary in the city? I would say the best dispensary is my favorite is Bloom Room. And it's like right in the neighborhood where I'm usually in often. But I like Bloom Room. Having a car. If I lived in a place like Memphis, like, I'd definitely have to have a car for sure. But also, even on cold days, like a car is nice. What happens if you fall in love abroad? Would you stay or do you want an American girl? Um, that's interesting. Would I stay? Depending on the country. Depending on if it's a better country than the U.S. And I mean, I know a lot of people that could mean a lot of different reasons. Like I know some people may think every country is better than the U.S., but not necessarily true. Like if it was a country like like I don't know, like maybe if it was like England, I would want to stay. If it was Switzerland, I would probably want to stay. If it was Singapore, I'd probably want to stay. If it was Australia, I'd possibly want to stay in Australia. Like if I met a girl from I don't know, maybe Germany, I'd want to stay. But the thing about Germany is like everybody goes to Germany, so like Germany wouldn't be anything special. Most places in the U.S. you need a car. Like most places in the U.S., yo, for sure. London headed there this weekend. That sounds dope. I see cheap flights to London all the time. Like I see flights cheaper than going to London than I do going to New York. Like straight up, like round trip, nonstop. Like one plane, like here there. But I see flights to London so cheap that I was actually thinking about going to London just for like 3 days. Because it was only like $300. Like, and I'm like, yo, like that's like mad freaking cheap. Like I can go for the weekend, like internationally. That's kind of balling though, going to London for the weekend. It's cheaper to rent a car in those days. You need one versus to buy one. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely in the SF. Like on a day like today when it's cold, it would be okay to rent a car. Now the thing about renting a car on a day like today, I wouldn't make as much money because now the rental car is cutting into my profits. But so what? At least I'm not like not working. And when I mean a day like today, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. I'm talking about a cold day or a rainy day. Please put a link for cheap travels. Cheap travels. I will. My family, everything in the world. Oh, I'm just reading some messages here. Oh man, Europe has so many good deals, and oh my gosh, Europe has so many good deals in the winter. It's just insane. That's one reason why I like to go to Europe so much. It's because the thing about the American travel model is the American travel model revolves off of the business traveler, right? Business travelers travel all year round. So the American carriers can support themselves all year round off business travelers. The European model doesn't rely on business travelers. The European model rely on holiday goers. Holiday goers usually go on holidays, in the summertime. So during the what my shirt's ugly. So during the wintertime, the European carriers slow down greatly. That makes a lot of sense. The European model. The European model actually doesn't make a lot of sense because that's why the European model is suffering greatly because the summer months they fill planes. They fill planes. It's great. Everything's good. But the winter months roll around and they're struggling because there's just not enough demand. Now, in the US, how it works is there's just business travelers traveling all the time. Routes are placed there for business travelers. They're not placed there for holiday goers. They're placed there for because, FedEx opened a new office here. So now we're going to have all these new flights going to this city just because FedEx put a new office there, right? So since FedEx put that office there, me as a leisure traveler, I can take advantage of that because now I can fly on the same plane. I can take that route, because FedEx put it there. European models work so differently that, you have Ryanair, which they'll go find some airport that's like way an hour away from, a major city. They'll go to the airport. They'll go and straight up debo them folks. They'll go up to them. They'll be like, yo, we'll give you this money, but we want this and we want that and we want this. And they'll just go and push that little airport around until they can squeeze the airport, take control of the airport. They can bring the cost down so low that they can make money off of it. But then check this out. They're doing that for leisure travelers. And as soon as the economy goes down, leisure travelers don't travel. When the economy goes down, business travelers still travel. Okay? Why you think you hear about so many European airlines crashing constantly? Like it's like every couple months now, they're constantly just crashing, yo, because their model is based off of the leisure travel market. It's not based off of business travelers market. So the European model, dude, majority of things about Europe is so messed up, yo. Like I'm sorry to talk about Europeans in a bad way, but like they have a great idea, but like it's not executed the same way. It's not executed the same. Like I love Europe, don't get me wrong, and not all European countries fall under this same category because some European countries are not even European countries. Like countries like Norway and Switzerland, they're on a whole nother deck of cards. But then you got other European countries like the bureaucracy. It just slows them down. It just kills their growth. And I don't know. Like, I don't really want to talk about Europe too much because I think I want to go back to Europe. Europe. This the type of info I tune in to learn. Yeah. Oh, what's up in my crashing, you mean going out of? Most European destinations can be reached via train. Yeah, they can. It depends on like where you at, you know. But you know, out of all the times I've been to Europe, I've taken very few trains. Like I found that trains, maybe it just depends on where you're at, but I found that trains have not necessarily been the best way to travel around, or at least the places that I've been. I found that buses can be way more convenient, like way more convenient. And then with a train, maybe the train doesn't leave as frequent. Like the train leaves twice a day versus there's 8 buses leaving, you know, a day. There's one leaving like every hour. So now with the train, you have to take the 6 a.m. train or you have to take the 9 p.m. train. But with the bus, at least you can take a bus at like 8 a.m. and then get there by like, you know, 6 p.m. You know, you get there in the same day. Versus if you take the train, you know, you got to do the overnight or you got to wake up crack of dawn early in the morning to get to the train station, you know. So I found the train like in Europe can, I mean, it can be chill, but for the most part, it can kind of be a little cumbersome. Like almost as worse than going to the airport. But once again, depending on where you're going to. Depends on where you're going because I have definitely taken some very, very efficient trains in Europe. And I've also taken some real old trains. Like real old trains. Like that train coming from Moldova going down to what was that? Moldova going down to Romania. Yeah. That train was so old. I said, man, I wonder how many folks have took this train since it's been in service. Probably millions, yo. I mean, that thing was so old. I remember going to the toilet, flushing the toilet. Man, whenever you flush the toilet, you can see the track, like straight up. Like they just dropping it right on the track. You can see the track. Like I'm like, dang, yo, these folks out here, they out here surviving. And I'm thinking, yo, what happened when it's cold out here on this train? I bet it'd be so when it's cold outside. I bet it'd be so cold on the train. You know, trains are more comfortable. Yeah, trains are definitely more comfortable than a bus. Thing about a bus is like it stop and go so much. You know, unless it's on the freeway. Yeah, a train can just cruise. You know, it just do its thing, just have fun. Europe. Okay, boys and girls, I think I'm gonna end the live stream because I am going to call up my homie and see if he wants to go to Veggie Girl. I don't even really have to go to Veggie Girl because I know it's gonna be a bunch of people over there. I think I might take another nap because it's cold outside. Anyway, I'm out. So what I'm gonna do is I'll talk to y'all. Okay. This wasn't a short stream. I streamed for like 110 minutes. Like, come on, bro. Thanks for the live. Thanks for the live. Thanks for the super chats, everyone. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's cold out there. The city's dead. I'll see y'all. Peace out. Have a good Thanksgiving. Peace out.